Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 with our realistic series. We've got wheat in there, I don't want the hot spots. We've got ready to harvest on here. So let's go and get our combine and we will harvest the oats in here. As another little job that we can get going. And once we've done that, then I'll see about getting a... Well, we're going to want a baler, aren't we? We're going to want a baler for the straw on the oats, because I'm not chopping... Ooh, actually, we don't have fertilizer, do we? I could chop the straw and leave it on there, and that's going to save us a job, because I don't really fancy messing around with a load of baling at the moment. And if I chop the straw, it stays on the field as additional fertilizer, which would be rather good. So that one's fully fertilized. If I leave it on there as chopped, then we've only got to do one more coat of fertilizer. And to start with, we may end up having to do some oilseed radish. Right, can I get... Apparently I cannot get round that corner. I probably should have kept going at the angle I was already going at, which was this way. Let's try that, shall we? That seems to work a lot better. Right, now, which way do I actually want to go? Oh, I'm facing in the right direction, I think. I think the oat field is over down that way. I'm here. I need to get to there. There's a road that goes around this bit. I think that will take us to our field. So let's go over to the road down here, and we'll see where this takes us. We get that one harvested. So I got big plans for this series. I think that this is going to be a lot of fun. And I'm quite looking forward to being able to sort of... Oh, wait. No, I'm going completely the wrong way now. I have the directional instincts of a homing pigeon that has been demagnetized. Let's try whizzing through them. Okay. Oh, see what I mean about the gates? the doors can be a little bit of a problem. I probably shouldn't have tried to drive through here because there really isn't enough room to be driving a very large combine through here, as you can clearly see. We're just going to pretend that Frithgar is not... I'm never going to get out of here, am I? This is it. I'm doomed now. I'm stuck forever. What was I thinking? I wasn't, was I? I clearly wasn't. I can hear all the comments. I can hear you saying... I can hear you all thinking it right now. Frithgar, thinking, whatever next? We don't believe it. It clearly never happened. I'm going to leave that one there for a minute. I'm going to drive the combine over here. I'm sure that I can do this. I'm sure that I can get to the... It's right there. How do I manage to mess things up so badly, so frequently? Like, seriously. How do I manage to do this? This was not part of the plan. Things were supposed to go smoothly. Let's try this tractor. We will attach that front weight on there. There is a trailer around somewhere that we're going to also try to use, but we're not going to worry about that one for a minute. No, I don't want to go through there because there's a header in the way, so we'll go this way. I should have gone this way. It's because I don't know the yard. That's my excuse. I don't know my way around this yard, not yet, so I'm unfamiliar with the directions that I should be going with some of these things. Maybe not into a wall would be a good start. Oh, this is... Oh no, I thought this was like the Nokian tyres, the grass tyres, but it's not. I don't actually know what tyres I've got on. Okay, I'll bring you back like that, and then we'll bring you over and around. That's better. Look at that. Ha ha! Cooking on gas now. Right, I'm going to bring you over there. I want to do this with the combine. I want to see if I can do this with the combine. I'm sure I can. So I'm going to bring the tractor over this way, and I'm just going to leave it there for a second. And then we're going to jump back to the combine. Let's turn these beacons off. We don't need them here. I'm just drawing attention to my stupidity, and I really don't want to be doing that. We will bring you over this way and reverse up. Hook onto this trailer, this header trailer right here. And we can head down to our field of oats. So I'm thinking that I would like enough tractors and machinery on this farm to be able to comfortably... Looking at the map, I don't even know where I'm supposed to be going. Right. I can't be driving, I can't be bouncing off down around here. That's just... No. We're not going to do that. So I want to... Basically, I want to get onto the road and drive down here. This is the only way. So that brings me down to here, and then I can unpack the header and everything, and we can put it on there. So let me backtrack up through here. We'll see if we can do this. Sure I can. Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to getting going with this. I would like to have, like, 2 or 3 of each type of machinery. So, like, I've got one plow that I'm using at the moment. I feel that it would be better if we had a few plows. Because if we had 2 or 3 plows, it would definitely... Chickens? Okay, I don't know what this is all about. Corral de Polos. If we had 2 or 3 plows, it would make it a lot easier for the workers to get through all the fields. And I would like to own a decent chunk of land so that we got things to work through. Like, I'm not necessarily going to throw myself into pistachios and almonds in a huge way. There is another thing I want to show you before we worry about too much else. Here, construction and production greenhouses. So there's a load of La Coronella ones that we've got in here. So we've got the grape orchard, greenhouse and nursery. Right, here we go. We have melons that we can grow. You need to add empty pallets, water, and manure, and also fertilizer, but that's a different type of fertilizer. I'm not even sure what sort it is. And you get melons, and then you got the same. We've got a watermelon greenhouse, and then we've got over here, this is red lettuce for the greenhouse. So there's 3 new greenhouses there with different vegetables and stuff, and then there are selling points for them as well. I'm not sure what all of these are, so those greenhouses I definitely want to be having a look at. And now, if we scroll down through here, we should be able to find out what some of these things are that we've got symbols for, because I'm assuming that we will be able to sell just about all of it. Right, so you got chickpeas there. There's 3 places we can go with it. We got lentils, we got sheep milk on the yellow one. Almonds, there's 2 places for those, and pistachios as well. That's vegetable seeds right there. So there's no selling or buying points, but that's the ones that we need to get for the greenhouses. I'm assuming that vegetable seeds is something that we buy at the shop. Almond oil, so after processing, we've got biogas, sheep cheese, melons is just a product to sell, pallets. Right, we're going to need something to produce pallets. We've got protein, also protein for animals. There's another one. That's copper sulfate. Clean olives, olive leaves, pistachio oil, UHT milk, artisan bread. This is all of the wood here. This is all from the Platinum expansion. Acetic acid. There's a new one. There's a different type of empty pallet there. So we've got 2 different types. Some of this is from other mods that I've got. But a lot of the stuff that I've already looked at is not from other mods. That's... Okay, this is all new stuff. That's from other mods. I think the stuff that we need to worry about is this up here. Pistachio oil, UHT milk, artisan bread. You can see here, we got the different places where it will actually go and buy all of these different ones. Soy drink... And so on. So we're going to need to be able to get protein for animals, and we're going to want copper sulfate, and we're going to want vegetable seeds. So let's have a look in the shop and see where those are. Here we go. The La Coronella. This is just under pallet. So we've got a mineral pallet right there. That gives us mineral oil. New Holland spare parts, 250 pieces. That is what we need to buy to be able to use the harvesters, the olive harvester and the almond harvester and the ones like that. Then we've got copper sulfate right there. It's a hydraulic oil that's also used up on one or two of the machines that we've got. Vegetable seeds that are needed for the greenhouses. Plastic boxes right there for those two. I think that's one of the factory ones. We've got wooden boxes there for pistachios. There's no empty pallets, unfortunately. So I don't know where I'm going to get pallets from. This is one that is confusing. There's so many things that we've got in here, by the way. There's a lot of different stuff in here. All right, let's ignore that one for a minute. Then we've got containers there we don't need to worry about. Bales is just bales. We've got big bags. I don't think there's any Coronella stuff for this one. So right here we've got the almond harvester and we've got the New Holland, the olive harvester. And these here, they require... Just looking at, well, that's the working speed license plate. Okay, so there's nothing new on there. They require the New Holland parts to be able to run. They are 100,000 cheaper, which is really cool. I do like that. I'm assuming that almonds can also be grown in lines as well as the single trees that we've got. So it's all kinds of different stuff that has been added into the game. And I get a feeling that we're just sort of scraping the surface of it at the moment. There's a lot of depth in this. I don't know where we're going to get pallets from. Well, there's a sawmill down there. It looks like we can buy mixed ration up here. At a guess, if we want that for cows. And down here on the actual farm, we've got a liquid tank storage there, stone warehouse, methane storage, almond warehouse, grain silo, olive warehouse. The stone warehouse, there is things that you can do with stone. We could turn that with, I think we can turn that into lime and get free lime for using on the fields if we wanted to, which could be a possibility. We've got root crop storages over there. There's the chickens storage silo, a seed master, the manure warehouse, and a diesel tank in there. So the fertilizer master as well. So we've got quite a lot of different things that we can choose from and do. I don't know what that one is. Plain distributor. What are you distributing? Are you... There's potato sales. It's the pallets that I want for those greenhouses. That's thinking maybe it's at the sawmill. And this is the boards in right there. Pallets! Right, let's have a look. Well, can we open object sawmill? Value 50,000. Right, value 50. Does that mean we can't actually buy it? Farmland. Right, well, that's on the 5 million, but I'm thinking that means that we can't actually buy it. I think that this means that we can buy wood chips here. That's a purchase point right there. And I can see pallets there. I don't know how we would go about buying them. There's a thingy up over this way. Right there. Buy building 1 of the sawmill for 50,000. Right, well, this will be an interesting thing to find out a bit later on if we need to buy that in order to be able to get pallets for greenhouses, but it's not something that I need to worry about just yet. I need to do the harvest. That's what we want to do. I got slightly distracted there looking around the map. I love this. This map is brilliant. I think we're going to have a lot of fun here. I also want to get a plough going in that field there, so I'm going to need to have a look at the other tractors that we've got. But first... Where am I? I'm here. I need to head that way and get out onto this road without getting lost and without getting stuck. Can we do this? I don't know. I question my own abilities. We've got some pallets of stuff. Oh, we got some bags of fertilizer and stuff there. That's going to be useful. And we want to go down this way. So we do need to get out onto this road, but we want to turn right when we get down to this road. We want to head out this direction. There we go. Now, I've got traffic enabled on this map. There's just no traffic coming past the farm, which is actually quite useful because this is a big combine and I don't really want to be getting stuck up against the cars that are driving along the road. So I feel this is probably a good thing. I've had enough tests to my driving abilities here so far. And we're going to bring you down this way. And get you comfortably ensconced right there. So I can turn off beacons if I can press the right button here, right, and turn that one. Right, unhitch that bad boy right there, and then I want to unfold the combine, and then I want to go over here, and I want to hook on the header. It's a little bit awkward right where I've put it, but I think it'd be alright. Yeah, we'll be alright. I'll just bring that around a little bit more. There we go. There, now that's hooked on straight. I can bring it around like that, and you watch me slap it up against that fence. No? Okay. Alright. Just to do something different, I decided not to do that. Now, if we have a look under here, I should be able to remove the straw chopper. That is very cool. I think I've disabled it. Oh, no I haven't. That enabled the straw chopper. There we go. I really like that. That's a nice little movement that one's got going on there. We'll start you up, and we've got oats. We've also, by the way, we do also have some crops in storage as well, which I think is awesome. Oh, wait. Straw chopper's working. That ain't supposed to be happening. Oh, yeah, it is supposed to be happening. I wanted the straw chopper to work because I said I want the straw chopper and we were going to leave it on the field and I'm not going to worry about picking up the straw this time. So, I remembered now. I haven't just randomly changed my mind. I've remembered what I said, and we're going to carry on with that. That's the plan. So, the one thing that I was unsure of with this map was the size of the fields that we've got. Because with larger fields, if I'm doing like a time-lapse series, larger fields are not a problem. I can just whiz through the larger fields, and, you know, it's going fast, and that's fine. But when I'm busy chattering away to everybody and we've got these larger fields, it becomes a little bit more tedious me having to work through the fields. Because I understand you wanting to see the field work, but at the same time, you don't want me to be doing hours and hours and hours just doing the same job. It gets very, very boring very, very quickly. This is also why I'm still umming and ahhing about the idea of doing an organic farm. I do prefer to do that, but I'm not sure, because the only real route to organic fertilizer that we've got at the beginning is once again to be planting oilseed radish. And the problem with that is it means that I plant each field at least twice rather than just going over it once, and that does get boring. There is no question whatsoever that gets boring, and I'm not sure that you're going to want to watch that. So get into the comment section this week. I want to hear from you. What do you want to see from this series? What do you not want to see? What do you want me to avoid at all costs? Is there anything in particular you'd really like? Is there anything in particular that you really, really don't think that I should be doing? I will read all the comments. I will see all the comments. You can comment on the video here. You can go on to Discord and you can let me know on there. There's a few places that you can voice your opinions on there. I do see it all. I do read it, and I will take on board what everybody is saying, and then I basically weigh up the different desires that everybody has, and I try to achieve a balance between all of it. So if your idea doesn't get implemented, it doesn't mean that I haven't seen it, it just means that I have seen it and I have thought about it and I have decided not to. For some people that might actually be worse than me just not seeing it in the first place, but that is just the way it is. Now I'm going to see if I can actually... trying to just extend the header out there a little bit so that the reel is a little bit in front of the cutter bar. Done that. I think I will drive this one twice around the field before I set the hired help going on it, just because it's going to make it a little bit easier for the hired help to be able to turn around on headlands. I think twice would be enough. I really like this combine. It's nice to do a hardcore series where we start off with some decent machinery. I mean, yes, admittedly, we started off with reasonably decent machinery in the last series as well, but I needed money and I sold it all. Which is probably not the best way to go about things, but that's what happened. I did it, and we need to accept that and move on. I'm deliberately bringing the combine out like this so that I can cover the whole area there with a bit of straw, give us the fertilizer that we so desperately will need on this field. If we have a look in here, there, you can see we're leaving it with a layer of fertilizer, and that's because of the chopped straw. It's not from anything else. So there will be a few little gaps in it, but I found it actually works really well, and it does give you pretty much complete coverage. So this field here, if we were to just go over it once with oilseed radish, it would then be fully fertilized and ready and waiting for whichever crop we decide to put in here. I'm unsure what to do about a crop rotation. There is a mod that I've seen that actually really encourages you to use a good crop rotation, because it gives you quite a harsh penalty if you don't rotate your crops. If you just use a massive monoculture the whole time, you do receive penalties to growth and yields and so on. And while I do like that, I do think that's a good thing. I'm not sure how well it's going to work out on this one, because we've got all these extra crops that have been built into this map, so it might make things a little bit more difficult for us. So I'm not going to install that mod and use it. I'm just going to come up with a rotation that I think would be pretty good. I mean, normally what you do is well, I say normally, in my experience, the farms that I've worked on with arable crops, I've done something along the lines of 2 cereals, a legume, and something extra. That's pretty much it. So we had I think it was a 4-year rotation that they used to use. You would get I think the way they did it was they did 2 crops of wheat, followed by a cropping of barley, followed by a cropping of oilseed rape, or canola, if you call it that. So you had... the wheat was the first one after the canola, which is a nitrogen fixer, and that would give you a... Well, we also used to grow peas as well, actually. I mean, we didn't grow peas in everything, but we used to put those in there as well sometimes in some of the fields. I think... maybe I've got that wrong. I'm sure that canola is a nitrogen fixer. I might actually have that wrong. I could be completely barking up the wrong tree here with that. If I am, I do apologise. I've given you false information. This is not acceptable. I want to just pause there a minute. I'm going to open that one out, and I'm going to wait until we've left that one all the way, because I don't think it does it automatically. We've got our Fendt tractor in here. I just want to have a look and see which is the more powerful of the 2 tractors that we've got working. So we got medium tractor. I've got the Deutz, which is out in the field. That's a 250 horsepower tractor. And this is a 260 horsepower tractor, the McCormick. And then we've got the Fendt is a 300 horsepower tractor. This one here is the big tractor. This one here is not a big tractor. So I'm going to get another plough for the Fendt to pull, but it's going to be a bigger plough than this one. I'm thinking the Lemkin plough is actually one that I'm thinking would be a nice one to buy. I want a trailer. What have we got? I don't want that trailer. I don't want that. I have that trailer, and I've got two of them. Huh. There's one right in front of my nose. It is inside there, I think. Is it? Yes. Well, I think it is. Oh no, it's not. I'm zooming out a little bit. It's round the other side of that building, I believe. The trailer here somewhere. We need to go and find it. Drive here. I'm pretty much... Oh, it must be in here. There we go. Right. That one's configured as a bale trailer at the moment. And so there should be another one here somewhere nearby. I don't think... Have we got... Does that mean we got a baler? Owned items. Seeders. Rollers. Levelers. Stone pickers. No, we don't have a baler. We don't have any means of picking up straw, so I'm on... I think I've made the right call with chopping the straw in that field. Because, yes, I do like to do a bit of baling and stuff, and I do like to go and pick all that stuff up, but I don't really want to be getting started straight, because I do that quite frequently. I'll go into a series, and I'll start with a whole load of baling right away, and I don't think we need to do that every time. I think it would be nice to have a break from baling and stuff just for a little bit. So we will whiz on through. You know what? I might actually just not produce any of our own straw. I might just say that for this series, we don't have an... Although, I don't know if I got a composter. Compost is a thing on this map. But maybe I could just... We don't do anything with our own straw. All of our own straw is always chopped and spread back onto the field, because that's basically a free layer of fertilizer going across the field, and we don't get a lot back from straw. So if I was to want straw for animals, if we do decide to go and do some stuff with animals, then instead what I could do is I could have I just go and buy it from... Actually, there is a... What have we got? There was a thing over here, wasn't there? It's not that one. No, it's up here. Right, we got animal dealer. We got the haystack. Now, that's a sell point. That's a buy point. Livestock there. Mixed ration. These are sell points here. So, the haystack there, if we were to get straw or anything to sell there. But I think that there, I think mixed ration, I think that's actually a purchase point. Let me have a look. Does that mean that we got mixed ration on this list somewhere? Mineral feed, solid fertilizer. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.